Welcome back to our first Missings. How you doing? Hope you're fine. Bless God. Thank you for staying with this channel. Thank you for sticking and staying. Thank you for your subscription. Thank you for your engagement. If you are new here, please do subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, and then see the bell icon. Close the subscribe button. Press on it for all videos so that as and when I post, you'll be notified. And now, so this is what happened with my story for today. So my WhatsApp line. There was this number that popped inside and gave me a hi. I responded. And then I stopped. Then he came back again and said he wanted to discuss something with me. So this man, this was his problem. He said his marriage was on the verge of collapsing. So I asked him what was going on. He was prepared to talk, of course. And he said, yeah. His wife has become very distant. It looks like she's emotionally gone. And he wants to find out what he can do to bring back his wife because he misses his wife. Then I probed further and he said they've had a bit of an issue, and that is why I think the wife is venting or projecting her anger on him. I said, what was the issue? And it was quite devastating. So this is what happened. He's been married to his wife for almost 2 years. In the almost 2 years that they've been married, they had a daughter, a baby girl. And obviously, the baby girl was the mother's like she had, quit her job. A lucrative one at that, just to come and steal and take off the baby. I mean, naturally, most mothers would do that. And he also had a job, a nice job. He was comfortable enough. And because of his hard work, before he was just pushed through the ranks, was promoted. And that promotion demanded a lot of his time. He said when he was not promoted, he had time for his wife, he had time for his daughter, he had time, they had time to spare, being together as a couple, spending quality time and all that. Now, when he got that promotion, because he wanted to excel, he invested most of his time into the job. I think men do that a lot. And not men alone, people who want to produce the best of their abilities, they give in their all, and especially when the job calls to you, you give it your all. So the quality time that he used to have with his wife and his daughter and all that was beginning to be affected by the late hours, the overtimes. He was like put in a managerial position, and it's a private company, so he had to make sure that everything was done, reports piled up, everything done quickly before he came home. And so the wife understood that those were some of the demands that came with the job. But when he started coming late, most of the time he wouldn't pick a call because it was really distressing. He was busy. The wife started complaining. The time was reduced and all that. And of course, after some time, according to him, the wife got used to the new system. So there was a bit of a calm. Then he said along the way, he came home from work one day, and then his wife was complaining bitterly that their daughter had suddenly taken ill. He was running an abnormal temperature. She was bothered, so she wanted them to go to the hospital with the baby, and the man encouraged her. He said, babies get sick. Babies run temperatures once in a while just to, build immunity and ward off some of these viral stuff. So they gave her some over-the-counter medications, and then the baby was fine. But according to the man, once again, the next day when he went to work and came, it was getting serious. So the wife was like, let's take the baby to the hospital. And he obliged. So the following day, when they were supposed to go to the hospital, the man said he had a meeting. He had to rush back to the office. So the lady got furious. His wife got furious with him. He rushed up to the office and she took the baby to the hospital. He had a meeting. So at the meeting, he put his phone on vibration. He could see that his wife was trying to reach him. At the time, he was just distracted. So he was advised to turn off the phone. He didn't text back, just turned off the phone. Apparently, the wife had taken the baby to the hospital. The condition had gotten so severe that they needed to do blood transfusion. What was at the hospital bank, the blood bank, was not enough. So they asked that the man should come and, top up the transfusion with his own, his genotype. And they were trying to reach this man, and the man was not picking him. They lost the baby. When he said he came home that evening, he came late as usual. When he came, his wife was in a stupor. She was in this state. She was broken, like she was completely gone. And the husband asked her what was it, and she, told him the news about the demise of their daughter, which could have been prevented if the man had just picked up his phone. According to him, he has not seen his wife in that state before, and subsequently she has withdrawn. And she completely blames the man for the demise of their baby. The man says at some point he took the blame for it and he was sorry. He has been begging the woman, he has been begging his wife since she's not consolable, and he doesn't know what to do because he's losing his wife. He has lost his daughter. He's not going to lose his wife. He loves his wife so much and all that, and he doesn't want to lose his wife. Then what is even bothering him at all, to the point where he knows that really losing his wife is that his wife has started going out. Like, and when she goes, she comes late. When she's going, she won't tell him. He goes to work, he comes, the wife is not around the house, and then she asks her, and she'll say that she just wants to lose steam, just wants to breathe. When she leaves the house and goes out wherever she goes and comes back, she's very happy. Unlike when they are together in the house. And he's bothered. So one day he took a phone and he saw a particular guy's number that has been calling her, and they've been chatting. So the husband is sure that he's losing his wife to another man. What should he do? This is what I told him. The wife, the woman, is actually grieving. She's venting out. She's grieving. You know, of course, the baby too is his, but we all know that the mother will be much more hit than the father. And so she's broken, and especially more so that she feels betrayed by the carelessness of the husband. So first of all, she's grieving the loss of her daughter, and then she's resentful at the insensitivity of her husband. The best thing that I told the man that he should do, you have to tackle the grieving stage, and your wife is projecting a grief. So you are dealing with two things right now. You're dealing with a grieving spouse and a resentful spouse. So let's take it one after the other. So take the wife to see a shrink who will help her through the grieving process. She's in the anger stage right now, and that is why she doesn't want to talk to you, doesn't want to speak to you, she doesn't have anything to do. She's angry at you for the loss of her daughter. There's the bargaining, then there's the depression, and then there's the acceptance stage. Your wife has certainly not accepted the loss of the child. She's still going through it, the motions. And so take her to see someone who will help the both of you, because you're also grieving, the both of you through the grieving stages. Counsel you, how even appreciate the fact that you're going through a certain process, and especially more so that she has started communicating with another person. She has shut you out and she's opened the door of communication to another person. And it's a very dangerous stage, because women become more vulnerable sexually and emotionally when they are sad, when they are broken, especially when they are grieving. They can easily let themselves loose, go. And then the person who she's venting out with, whoever the guy is, if the guy has a weak conscience, it's not self-controlled, if the guy doesn't appreciate the grieving stages of whatever, because I'm sure she'll tell him whatever is going on. If the guy is not appreciative of these stages, then the probability of him taking advantage of the situation, or they both taking undue advantage of the situation, is very high. And then before your wife gets to the acceptance stage, and not be asset. So let's set her down, let her know that you want the relationship, you want to keep the marriage. And so let's go see someone who will help us under a very controlled environment, because where she's on her own, she doesn't even know what she's doing. And she thinks she has found solace in another person, but it's not solace, it's just a ticking time bomb. Then apart from going through that overwhelming grieving experience and all that, the processes and all that it comes with, your wife is also resentful of you, because she believes that you're the cause of your daughter's, your baby's death. You also have to see a marriage counselor, because a certain foundation of your marriage is broken. That's the trust part. She doesn't trust you to take care of her emotions. She doesn't trust you to take care of her sanity. She doesn't trust you to even handle her life as it is. So it's just a matter of time that she will walk out. But trust me, that's not what you really want. She's just angry. Because apart from that particular situation of the loss of your child, I don't think that, for what you told me, I don't think that was any other situation that warranted a divorce. So this particular issue has triggered that. So you have to see a marriage counselor to counsel the both of you, to reorient your relationship, to reorient your emotions, and then come to terms with the reality that at some point you take each other for granted. We become too engrossed in other things that we lose sight of the most important things. And I think this one, everybody falls a victim to it. We get so carried away by all the encumbrances and vicissitudes of life that we sometimes disregard the most important part, the emotional connection that we have with people, and no other people than our spouses and our family members and our children. And so you have to see a counselor to work around your emotions again and to restore that trust, because it's a renegotiation, and then you are going to establish deeper bonds and deeper levels of intimacy. So yeah, this is what I told him, and I think it's relative to everybody else who's going through this stage. So please do subscribe. This is a post missing. Like this video, share it to whoever might need it. God bless you. Thanks for watching.